All right, so you just had a question here about looking for information on studies in fasting and use of branched chain amino acids or essential amino acids. So essentially wondering if it does or doesn't break the fast. In terms of trying to find a study on that, I would go to our friend PubMed here, and I'll show you how I would look for that. So we can start out with a couple things here. So at first I'm just going to type in fasting and see what that gets us. That gets us a whole bunch of stuff. So usually what I'll do next is I'll look for a review on the topic. So over here we can specify kind of limiters on what we want. And I'll also go human. And if I don't have access to them, I may go free full text since there's still a whole bunch there, 5,000. And now I can look and see what it is. And up here at the top, here's some good ones. So intermittent fasting and metabolic health. We'll check that one out. That's probably going to be right down the lines of what we're looking at here. All right, so I'll go to the full text of that one. And I'm mainly just going to kind of read this in overview. I've actually read this one before. It's actually pretty good. I'm going to look for kind of what terms they use if I'm not familiar. So for exactly here it says, Medline search on PubMed using the following terms: intermittent fasting, fasting, time-restricted feeding, and food timing. So if I'm going to run other things to look for, instead of fasting, I may go back here. Let's see. There we go. Got too many windows open. And I may try time-restricted feeding. See what comes with that. Oh, there's only 8 there. All right, and I could put parentheses around that too. Now again, we're looking for reviews, free full text, and human studies. So here's one on microbiota. Here's one on cardio metabolic. Here's one on healthy lifespan. It's from Dr. Panda. So that may be useful to go through and look at also. And again, this is Cell and Press, open access. And so that's going to be a pretty good one to get some idea of further terms to look at. Walter Longo's the main authors, and this is also a really good one. I actually like that one quite a bit. So once I've done that, we probably said wanted to limit it down a little bit. So I'll go back to fasting and try BCAA. Normally the abbreviations are not going to get a whole lot, but sometimes they do put them in the title. So here we've got short-term manipulation of branched chain amino acid influence on fasting level of branched chain amino acids. So that may be useful. Again, we're still on review, free full text, and human studies, so not going to find a whole lot. And again, these were the best matches we could find. Maybe that one might be useful too. So I'm going to pull review off since there's probably not too many things on review. Okay, so now I'm up to 24. And I can go and look through HIS and see, do any of these look like they might be useful? Another thing that we can look at too is what do branched chain amino acids do? All right, so maybe if we just type in branched chain, so we'll say amino acids and supplementation, since that prompted up a good one there. And we'll find some pretty cool information on that. And then if we want to go further down, we could look at what is that trying to do. So we could look up maybe muscle protein synthesis. See if we get anything there. Again, I'm still on full free text in human, so that's going to limit it quite a bit. And we've got a good one. So position stands here, usually always a good one to look at. That's from the ISSN. Here we go. Effectiveness of essential amino acid supplementation and stimulating whole body protein anabolism. Again, this isn't the population we want, COPD patients and healthy older adults. But if we kind of cruise through there, we may find some interesting data. And we know that a lot of these studies are done fasted. So that may give us some information there. Wants to know if I'm a robot or not, which I'm not. Maybe it doesn't believe me. Okay, so anyway, that's sent us to Google Scholar. But, so that's what I would look for on that. And then I keep kind of pulling up the studies and see, are they getting me closer or a little bit farther away? All right, so here's another one looking at regulation of a catabolic state. Well, fasting is kind of a catabolic state. So we've got here branched chain amino acids differentially modulate catabolic and anabolic states in mammals. Pharmacological point of view. So that might be pretty interesting. Actually, I haven't read that one yet, so that's actually one I want to read because that looks pretty interesting. And sometimes when they say pharmacological point of view, it's very on the mechanism side, but it gives us some pretty good ideas. So we've got our intro, our PK of BCAAs, catabolism, and then pharmacodynamics. So this is also another pretty good overview. I guess a little bit further down into the weeds there, but again, might be useful on that. So in short, that's kind of how I would break it down. From what I've seen on this is if you're looking for autophagy benefits of fasting, branched chain amino acids or essential amino acids, we'll kind of cancel those out because you're running mTOR and not nearly as much AMPK. But regardless, that's a way you can look and kind of go a little bit further down the rabbit hole for yourself. So happy PubMeding. Thanks.